Access Shafeda, who's a what's good? It's your boy Malome YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Malome's Mic, episode 7.
My lucky number.
We've got the same guys as usual every week, every Wednesday. But 32.0. Rambora, just hello. Also complained last time, guys. Don't forget this podcast is international, man.
So they
was saying, can you just reduce the vernacular?
Oh,
Just a little bit.
that's me. That's definitely me.
Yes, definitely you. We got prime time Lucas in the house. How you doing, baby?
All good.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm surviving. I was dying. We're even shooting on the wrong day. Hey?
Damn it. As long as I fall and as long as you're getting better.
Piece by piece. So if you guys hear me coughing, dying, just know that everybody's infected.
Ish. Damn it.
What would you say that?
Infected with what? Anyway, today's topic at hand is actually pretty cool. It's a bit scary. We were all a bit worried when the producer gave this to us. We are talking about insecurities that we had in high school, university, in relationships, insecurities with our parents, insecurities with our friendships. It's just insecurities in jail. But before that, let me not be rude. How are you guys?
Hello,
guys.
Are you leading off with that?
Are you sure? They're talking about insecurities.
Oh.
So anxiety.
But Thato's going to read the first comment now.
You know.
Top comment.
So the previous podcast, if you guys did not watch, we had Mama Thato on.
We had two.
The mic.
We had two.
But the previous one, I guess.
Yeah, the previous.
Yeah, but we're going to do both of them since we shot them.
No, we're just going to do this one. So the previous podcast was raising children from a mother's perspective. We had my mom on the podcast. If you didn't hear, you go check it out on Apple Music.
Shout out.
Go check it out on Spotify. And
Shout
most
out.
importantly, go check it out on YouTube. So the top comment comes from Sipamandla.
Let's be strong together.
Let's be strong together.
Ooh, listen to you with the translations.
Sounds about Menlu. They said Lucas is that one friend all parents like, a principal gent. They didn't meet Matlaidina. They didn't
No,
see
they don't know.
No, they don't know.
No, but I was there at the end. Watch
If you think parents like anyone,
Nah.
it's this nigga.
it's my looks.
Actually, every old person likes this nigga.
Actually, Matladi is a smooth talker. Another comment from Katlaro says you should bring black
my name's
dads. We need their perspective too.
We need to
Maybe
bring what?
Lucas is that black dad.
Oh.
My dad.
Maybe Lucas is that.
Not my dad.
You can read one more. It says, I have realized that we get to spoil our children. Oh, she's quoting my mom.
Yeah.
So she says, I have realized that we get to spoil our children so much that they're not able to become independent and can be tough. Just imagine if your parents are no more. I felt that mom speaking facts. So she's agreeing with the fact that my mom says that some children are spoiled. She wasn't talking about me, I'm not spoiled.
But some children.
Maybe she's talking about level Rampedi, not me.
Hey, man, that's a tricky one, eh? Like, to be honest, like,
I thought about it after I watched the podcast.
Yeah.
It's
like not spoiling your kids. Like, it's so tricky. Like, where do you even how do you even draw the line?
I think the trick is not to spoil.
Definitely.
How do you know whether you're spoiling or not?
You can tell.
Go do research.
Go do research.
Go to therapy.
So
Ask for a second opinion.
When your child is like, listen, when your child says, yo, can I have a PlayStation?
Yeah.
And then you're like, yo, am I about to spoil him or am I about to give him this
It
PlayStation?
depends. If it's a reward, then it's fine.
Also, it regulates like the PlayStation usage.
Yeah.
And like, has he been behaving? If he's been behaving, he can play PlayStation. If he hasn't been behaving, he must go wash the dishes. Anyway, today's topic is insecurities, though. Shame. Let's talk about
That is the most structured person I know. Eh? Like, we can't deviate for like 2 seconds. And I like deviating.
Oh, on a podcast.
So sometimes I want to talk about that page.
You guys want to speak about last week's episode during the new episode.
Most will listen.
Frankly, like just a little piece.
So the first thing I want to ask you guys is, what's your first insecurity that you can remember in life?
Who you asking first?
Not like since you're very
Lucas
passionate
start.
about who?
What did you say? Since I'm what? The perfect.
Passionate.
Oh, passionate. Lucas, you go first, my boy.
Why me? Okay,
I know what's the obvious one.
my insecurity. Yo, can I tell you, ne? Matladi. When was it? Last week. He bought a new pair of shoes. Tsaka. E-platform. Kwai.
High heel. Gumgaga. Gumgedlela.
So Dimano regular Gumgadela. And since then, he's been on top of the world. Eh? And my man's been calling me short.
You guys are too much to say.
He has wore them. He wore them every day. And because of graduation, they won't see graduation. Those shoes.
He's abusing them.
Now he's calling everybody short.
When you actually graduate, congratulations. Matladi mine is graduating, guys.
Congratulations.
All of my boys are graduating. Shout out to Matladi. He is graduating. Also, shout out to my boy Drazino Ria listening to this.
Oh, Ria graduated.
He's a whole engineer now, industrial engineer. Crazy.
Shout out. Y'all doing big
Can I say something? Can I say something before we move on? That very useful piece of information.
Yeah.
If I can do it, anyone can.
That's true.
Shout out.
Clap.
You make it clap.
Yeah, so my question to you guys is literally, can we cut? I can't hear myself. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you guys hear Thato?
Okay, cool. I'll just cut that. Just wait, shush. So I can find the gap.
Okay.
Oh wait, so shout out to you guys. What's your guys' first insecurity?
My first insecurity.
Yeah. Also, if you guys didn't understand what Mateo talking about, he's talking about Lucas's height when he said this.
Oh yeah, that's what I was explaining about his gumgedlelas. My first insecurity.
Think about like primary school.
What is an insecurity, by the way? Something that you're uncomfortable about.
Something that you almost said insecure about. Something that you think people are seeing in you, so you're always conscious about it.
Okay, something that breaks your self-esteem.
Yeah, something that you might even think it's a weakness. You might even think it might not help you fit into society because of it.
Something that could potentially break your self-esteem.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go first?
Okay, my biggest insecurity growing up, primary school especially, was my weight. Yo.
Well, you're a fat one.
Big
I was
boy.
a big boy. I was a very big boy. Like, I'm a big boy now, but I was bigger.
I
Like,
saw
I was
the
probably heavier in primary school than I am now.
That's crazy.
That's
That
scary.
is wild.
Like, I genuinely always had to wear stuff from the men's section and get it tailored, like, by the height side.
Damn.
Yeah, so I know growing up, I always used to be like literally, like, I thought everyone was looking at me because I'm big. So, like, when I go to the mall, I'm like, yo, everyone's looking at me because I'm big.
Yo.
Also, I don't blame myself because I'd go to the mall. Also, don't blame the people asking me. People will be like, hey, dog, what do you eat? Dog? So I'm a kid. I'm like literally like 10 years old. I'm like,
Not that question.
I'm like, oh, my mom makes like chicken, pop. Then
And
after,
then
as I aged, the question kept coming, hey, dog, what do you eat?
Yeah.
What do you? Then I was like, oh, shit. They're talking about my weight. They're talking about my weight.
They can see what I eat.
You can see what if they're seeing it, it's very clear.
So,
HD.
did they make you feel insecure about it? Was it something you insecure?
Yeah, so obviously growing up, I didn't even think about it, I didn't even play on it.
Yeah.
I didn't even care about it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I was nonchalant.
You were a kid.
Yeah.
I was a kid.
Hey, well done for nonchalant, eh?
Yeah. I was nonchalant about it. So obviously, as it happens, now it's a thing of like, shit, let me go on diet. Shit, let me try exercise. But nothing would stick.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I went on, I'm not even lying, maybe more than 50 different diets
Is
growing
it?
up. Yeah. My parents used to try to make me exercise all the time. Because it was affecting
But
so
you-
many things. Like, you know how hard it was for me to get school uniform?
That's crazy.
I was a BBW, bro.
Don't say that.
He's
No,
making
like,
it hard for us.
so, like I was a very big person, but I also had like I was very curvaceous, like a big ass. Do you get what I'm saying? Thickums.
Don't say
So I was thinking of like my mom used to even be like, "Hey, when I school uniform, it's Thato." Yo, I'd be there. We'd be fitting for 3 hours.
Is it?
Yeah. So the point was, actually, let's buy this. Then we have to go to the tailor to get this changed. Like I was an abnormal weight for my height. Also,
But you were not obese, were you?
I was obese. I was literally told I was obese.
And
By
went
the
By a doctor.
Yeah.
That met.
how did that progress? Like, when did the change come in?
Like when I got over the insecurity.
No.
Like both, because
Yeah. So obviously I was
they went
big.
hand in hand.
So yeah, I was big. Obviously, like the uniform thing, like I could see my parents' reaction, so that'll obviously make me think about it. I was more conscious about it.
Yeah.
My dad would be like, "Yo, dog, you should exercise." It would make me think about it even more.
Yeah.
At high school, I'm in an all-boys school. Now we're moving to high school.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's like during fitness and stuff. Sometimes the CMS take off his shirt, I'd be too scared. They say, okay, these teams take off his shirt. I'm like, yo, we're doing high jump. I'm like, yo, my man boobs, my stomach's gonna be jumping up and down. Do you get what I'm saying? So everything I was doing, I was so conscious about it.
Yeah.
Which made pretty much every single day like a living hell.
I can
Do
imagine.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then obviously, I think grade 10, I lost a shitload of weight. Like I was probably like Lucas's size.
Lucas is tiny, hey?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, but even Lucas is thick now. Lucas is getting thick now.
Now I'm thick.
How did you lose the weight?
My mom and I went banting, and it was the craziest thing.
Banting?
Yeah, it's when you don't eat like carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And it's like high fat diet.
So like bread and stuff.
You don't eat bread and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like more like veggies and stuff like
And
that.
meat.
So it's a thing of like we went banting, and I think we did it for like 4 months, 3 months. I lost a shitload of weight, but now it's like I lost weight from diet, and I don't really recommend banting.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Why not?
Because what you lose if you get off banting, you gain
get it
more
back.
and some.
Oh.
So now I lost gang, but then I lost it in a way that like I still had excess skin because I didn't exercise and stuff.
Oh, I get
Lost gang weight, got more confidence, started buying more clothes. That's why I actually hate shopping. That's why only now I'm shopping again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
So now it's like eventually I went cool, started buying more clothes. I remember the first day, I think I was in grade 9, dog, or grade 10. So I went and I bought a skinny jean. I wish you guys could see how I danced around the whole house. Guys, got a skinny jean. That was impossible. That was a dream for me, grade
Yeah.
because I could never wear skinny. Because if I wore a skinny jean, you wouldn't know if I was Mr. or Mrs.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
And I was, also like, it wouldn't, like, it wasn't working. The combos wouldn't communicate, you get me? And then, obviously, I lost the weight in grade 10, then I gained some of it back in grade 11.
Because you stopped banting.
Because I stopped banting.
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't go back to where I was back then.
Yeah.
Then matric, matric was kind of small. Then first year First year weight.
First
Moved
year
to
you were
university.
chill.
First year chill,
Yeah.
but I gained weight throughout first year again.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a
what I'm saying?
point it went.
Yeah. And then now, quickly. So now I've been going between like being okay, gaining. But now obviously because it's like I've grown.
Yeah.
I'm very confident in what I do and everything. Like my confidence obviously emerged.
I know that
So
that-
it's no longer like an insecurity of mine. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I think it's been like a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years. I've never thought about like my weight, like, oh, it's gonna affect my day, or oh my gosh, person's looking at me like this. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Purely due to the fact that I was like, dog, if I just like own my shit and just live my life, like I can just live my life and
Yeah.
not be consumed by people's thoughts. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get you.
So now I'm good. Like now I'm still a big bro, but like I'm a big, attractive,
Speak on it.
working.
Net that.
Yeah, like I'm a good bro. I think I'm a good bro.
No,
and
no,
I
you
fucks with
fit.
like my height and everything. And the thing is that, like when I box, I get really fit. So it's not in my mind anymore.
Yeah.
But it used to consume me pretty much most of my life. And it's crazy. I always used to be like, yo, one day when I lose weight and like I'm fit and I have a six pack, I'm gonna speak about my weight journey. But now it's like I don't have those things, but I can speak about it because it doesn't consume me anymore.
Yeah.
Like now there'll be comments, people speak about my weight, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's how I am. That's me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because not that I'm unhealthy or anything. It's like my body genuinely, like, because I went to the doctor and stuff, because it's kind of weird. My body can't process a lot of different foods.
Yeah.
So because of that, I gained the weight. So it's not like I'm eating McD's every 2 hours. I'm eating my body can't process certain things. Like milk and like a lot of different types of bread. Like it
Yeah.
literally makes me gain weight, makes me bloated, always extends my stomach and all those things. Yeah. Damn.
Hey, Amara,
Damn, thank you. That was
okay,
a nice
unpack. Hey, you open the door for us. I can be.
No, but I have a few more questions after.
Yeah. So that was my biggest and first insecurity, like my whole life.
That's the physical part, the physical component. Is there anything else that you insecure about?
Also, we're just revving me for the whole podcast.
This man is really doing sharing.
No, Lucas will have a story.
Okay. My biggest
But that he's
insecurity,
avoiding this.
my biggest insecurity was like I never knew what I wanted to be my whole life.
Yeah.
And I never felt like anything I did amounted to anything. Do you get what
That's
I'm saying?
crazy,
So it's like every time I'd get an achievement, I wouldn't feel like it was enough.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just getting by. I feel like I was getting lucky, a lot of imposter syndrome. So
Yeah.
like school, getting into engineering, I was like, dog, I just got lucky. It was finessed, whatever. Graduating, dog, Lucas helped me. So it's like I've never really, like, back then, I never used to think that I was anything of substance, nor did I think that like I knew what I was doing. Like I always be like, nah, one day I know what I want to be. Like I swear to God, I only knew what I wanted to be. It sounds dramatic. Maybe like I say like I knew what I wanted to be last year. I literally found out like maybe like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Is it?
Something that I'm firm in
Yeah.
and confident in. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a thing of like I always be like, dog, you can't be that. Like that's too dramatic. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get you.
But because of my achievements that I've been doing the past couple of years, I know that like pretty much what I put my mind to can be executed and done well. So like I used to have a fear of doing things, a fear of creating shows, a fear of making movies, because I was like, dog, if I do it, like it's not gonna work out. Do you get what I'm saying? But now it's like, yo, dog, whatever I put my mind to can actually become really big.
True.
But how do you get over that? Do you just tell yourself that if I put?
I mean, you have to use the mic if you want to speak, hey?
Can you hear me now?
What's the point of your headphones?
I have no idea.
That's crazy. I could hear myself.
That's all you hear.
I'm very interested in the fact that on how you get away with. How do you get over it? How do you then? Is it something that you tell yourself every morning?
I don't know, bro. I think the only reason why like I got over that thing is because when I would put my everything into something,
Yeah.
like my work ethic is crazy. Like I put my everything into it, then it'll come out a success.
Yeah.
So most of the things that I do wouldn't necessarily fail. If they failed, I see the shortfall. So the thing is like, dog, when you do something, like looking for Joe to help me out, like when you do this thing, it worked out.
Yeah.
So like now, why not execute your other ideas? Like I've got so many ideas, but I'm always like, dog, if I do this, it's gonna flop. But everything I do doesn't flop because it actually becomes something.
So your
I get
achievements
benefits
were the
myself.
validation.
So my achievements and my effort into the small things that I did and the risk that I took helped me build my confidence to
Yeah.
do more. Do you get what I'm saying?
So you never gave up only because you had those insecurities limiting you.
Yeah.
You kept pushing past that.
Yeah.
So that you can actually validate something that you didn't even know you needed.
Yeah, like even like my work ethic, the past like 8 months was really bad.
Yeah.
Like I was dropping every week, but that was easy for me. It's my job. Now it's like if you check my work ethic, the past 2-3
you
weeks,
pushing.
I'm swanging. It's crazy, bro.
Yep.
Like today before this podcast, like now we're shooting. It's like what 7 p.m. I think I woke up at like 6, went on to set by like 6:30, 8, set up, shot from 8 until 5.
Yeah.
Got here, went to the stores, got some food and some stuff.
bottle store.
A bottle store. Got my boys some drink. And now we're drinking and now we're shooting. It's like, dog, we're about to shoot 2 episodes now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's like because of those small things, like okay, cool. Now I know that like whatever I put my mind into, my energy, it becomes something.
Yeah.
Taking the risk of hiring somebody like Naomi, it's like, yo, that's a risk. That's someone that you have to pay every month.
Yeah.
But it's like, dog, take the risk. Do you get what I'm saying? Because of those small achievements that I did.
Why are you doing a ski?
No, he means your tattoo.
Oh,
He's absent today.
I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna do that.
So yeah.
If you guys were not here,
So I think my biggest thing is like, if I had to pull out a lesson from what I've said now, especially from that second insecurity, I'd say it's like, whatever you think you want to do, whatever you want to do, just kind of don't think about it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, it's going to consume, then you're going to find all the reasons why it's going to fail.
Yeah.
That is true.
And then now if you do it, you can still fail, but now you've learned so many lessons to do it better the second time.
Yeah.
And at least you did it.
Yeah.
At least you tried.
it. Like for this concept, because we've got a new show coming out on my channel, Thato Rampedi. It's a video inspired by a channel called Cut. It's called Would You Do It for 1,000 Rand?
Yeah.
And Naomi showed me the idea. Then I was like, dog, this is going to be too complicated, too expensive. Nah. And then, I was thinking like, dog, let's not do it. If you saw us in that meeting, dog, I was actually like stressing.
Yeah.
I was like, it's too expensive. It's not worth it. But now I'm like, dog, doing that thing was amazing. Even if this thing goes to shit and this whole show fails, we learned so much today.
Yeah.
And the previous shoots that we did
Yeah.
helped us prepare for today. Like we were able to manage time. People were coming an hour early. Setting up was easier because of experience. So I'd say always do small things that you're scared of in the smallest capacity. And then as you go, you're able to do bigger things. So like start with the small things, and then eventually time for the big things, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your guys' insecurity?
How long did you speak for?
No.
This guy's did a 5 minutes.
We had to let him go off. He had to go off.
But I mean, since on me, we can still do me. We'll do. If you guys are listening, we're gonna be grilling Lucas and Tladi too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
So I
one
think
is safe.
If you have any more questions for me, you can go.
No,
Nah,
the thing is, we can always bounce back. We'll come back to you.
But I'm very interested to hear what Lucas has to say as well.
About my insecurities.
Yeah, your biggest
Except
one,
your height.
your youngest insecurity.
My youngest one. I think my youngest insecurity was always my size.
I'm sorry.
And this guy hates me, hey? Like this guy.
I'm sorry.
This guy is the joker in my storyline.
Just to give you guys context, in case you drag Tladi. Tladi makes fun of Lucas' size every other day.
Every day. I really don't
They
get
live
tired
together,
of it.
they're best friends. And I don't think Lucas is insecure about that anymore. I hope.
No,
I hope.
I-
Imagine this bro going home sleeping like, he said it again today.
That nigga said I was small.
Biginini.
You guys hear this? Do you see what I have to go through? But anyway, so when like growing up, like Matadi's gonna laugh. I've already accepted
I'm
it.
not gonna laugh.
He's gonna laugh throughout this whole conversation.
Should we drop his mic?
No, it's fine. I'm used to this. It built my character.
Anyway, you know what? And you know what? It's a pleasure.
Of course. Anyway, so growing up, like I was tiny. Okay, switch off his mic. It's fine. So growing up, like I was tiny, like generally, like
Yeah.
my size. I've always been like a little person.
Yeah. Lucas, ignore this bro.
He kills me. But yeah, so and because of that, like obviously everybody around me was always so much bigger.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I'm such a tiny person.
Yeah.
And then I think I only paid attention to it when I was in primary. But it's one of those I do call it an insecurity because it was a phase where I was aware of it at the time, but it didn't last too long because at some point you realize that growth spurts are different and they come at different times.
Yeah.
So I think I was conscious of my size until I was probably like high school, grade 8, grade 9.
Yeah.
And then after like grade 9, I think when I was like 15, 16, then I had like, you know, your pubescent phase. And I grew. Yeah? Yeah, Adoli. Because then you get Adoli. And then I grew and then I was like, oh shit. It was just like a late thing. Like it was
Yeah.
never like a.
It was coming.
It was coming whenever it was coming. But obviously like never a big size. It was always like I'm always been a small size.
Yeah.
Even like in shape and everything. So that has always been like one thing I kept in the back of my head. And I was like, oh damn, why am I so small?
Did you ever like? Did they ever like consume you like people thinking like, yo, I'm small, or were you just like something that you're just aware of?
No, like I was only aware of it because of people like Matladi.
Oh, Batum.
Yeah, the bullies.
Oh, the bullies.
Yeah.
I was only aware of it because of people like Matladi. But at some point I realized that shit is really like I can only be stressed about things that I can't change.
Yeah, that's
I
powerful.
really have no business dealing with things that I can't change.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Now I'm gonna fight this for the rest of my life. Like I can do something about it.
Every time Atleti speaks, now you're gonna get sad.
Oh nah,
Imagine.
no. I'm gonna give this guy that much control over my emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, Joe, it is what it is. Everybody has something that limits them.
You
from
feel bad
something.
now, Atleti, ne?
Not at all.
Oh, okay, continue.
Who are you talking about?
It's
This
a small
villain. This villain. So yeah. So it was that thing. But then it didn't consume me too much because I realized at an early age that there's something I can't control.
Yeah.
Something that I can't do anything about. So I have to accept it for what it is and just live my life
Yeah.
and embrace it
Yeah.
So are you over it?
completely.
Yeah, but now I want to know what's your real insecurity.
And now, I think my
Wait, wait, before we go to what's your insecurity now, because that's very deep. Let's move to you. What's your biggest insecurity right now?
when you were younger.
Like your first insecurity, the one that lasted pretty much most of primary school and high school.
Shit, let me think. Growing up, I didn't know English.
Yeah. Yeah, speak on it.
I don't know. It's crazy because he says I didn't know, like it's past tense. This is present continuous. And you hear Matadi say he or she. It is completely sound.
What are you like?
You don't know when to say
I've heard
he
it,
or she.
bro.
Okay, sharp. Whoa.
Askis.
Wait, so it was worse than this?
Just so you guys know.
This
I'm
nigga
actually-
once called pigeons pigeons.
Yo, you remember Matadi's spelling when we were in university?
It's still bad.
In university, I told you, continuous. You know the continuous improvement. Eh?
Yeah.
No.
There's no improvement.
At your consistency. This is the most consistent brew I know.
You're waiting for this.
Speak on it.
That was a weight thing. Some other niggas led me to believe that. This wasn't sexy.
Yeah.
But I got over that quickly, thanks to my mom.
Yeah.
She explained very early on that people are different.
Yeah.
You can be different and still be okay. So as soon as I understood that things were fine, the one that I'm struggling with now is capabilities.
Yeah.
Because only you know what you're capable of, and only you can tell yourself what you're capable of.
But don't you think with that is like, you see when you say you know what you're capable of,
Yeah.
a lot of the times like we lie to ourselves about what we can and can't do.
That's what I'm getting at.
That is
'cause
true.
The tricky part is understanding what you actually are
Are capable of.
Yeah.
Because there's things that you aspire to be. There's things that, if I work on things, I'll be okay. So my it's that balance. It's finding out what actually I'm capable of. And sometimes I tend to be a little bit the A word, arrogant.
Oh, I thought an ass. That's yeah, bro.
Who has ever called arrogant the A word? Oh my
I know he's an ass.
You're showing us you don't know English. We're seeing you out
Do
there.
you spell arrogant with an A at the start?
What do you want to spell it with you? He thought
Why
about
not?
it.
Oh my gosh.
But how did you get over those, like the ones that you had as a child? Like, and how long did they stay?
The weight
with
thing
you?
was my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when did it start?
But what started it?
Give us some context.
Bullying in primary school.
Yeah.
Before I got this money.
What did they call you?
I don't remember what they called me, but I was probably fatso. Like so fat.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah,
so-
it's one of those. It was more than physical thing. You know when you have athletics
Yeah.
and you know you're gonna be last.
yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those. It was one of those because
You know what I
everything-
did? Yeah, sorry, you know what I did in high school.
Yeah.
So we used to have PE.
practical activity.
That's the word it stands for.
No, but E
Yeah.
is not activity.
So why did I believe you? Shit. Anyway, PE training in high
that's
school.
on you for
That's on
believing
me. That's my own fault.
It's practical education.
Why would I listen to Matladi? It's practical education, bro. Anyway, so like those moments where they make us swim for like a month.
Can you swim?
Like, very well.
Shut out.
You know what I said? I said I can't swim. I said I do not know how to swim.
Because you
And
didn't
then they
want
gave
to.
me because I didn't want to swim. 'Cause I didn't want to take off my clothes. Then they gave me a soccer ball. They gave like most of the people that weren't swimming were black. Like the only 3 other 4 black guys in my school, and then they gave us a soccer ball. I don't know if that's racist or
low key. I'm just.
so you can't swim. Okay, you can definitely do this.
You can kick a ball.
You can kick a ball.
I'm not gonna give you a rugby ball or a cricket ball.
Yeah, but anyway, so continue.
Where was I? I was talking about the athletics thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a problem. I think for me more than anything, and that's why I have difficulties understanding what insecurities are.
Yeah.
For me, it's all psychological. It's what I think I can do. Because I've managed to be at a position where it really doesn't matter what the external things of what's going on. So it's all on me. So the problem that
So you don't care what people think.
I try not to. I'm at a point where I actually try to be more aware. Because
what
I was
they
a bit,
think.
I was a bit selfish in my thoughts. It was always a thing of like, I'm always right. That's what I always believe. I told you this before.
He still does.
I think I'm a genius.
Yeah,
so it's
he still
very
does.
difficult.
But I won't lie, you are very, very like intellectual. You're very smart.
He's one of the smartest
Like
people
you're
I know.
definitely like before your time. It's just that like you just always say dumb stuff.
Yeah, like
confuses us.
Matadi's confused. Like he'll come through with some good stuff,
Great stuff.
a lot of good stuff, and then just as you're about to like applaud him, he's like bullshit on it.
Yeah.
But it's balanced.
Because by the way, I'm stupid.
Yeah, by the way, I'm stupid.
But that's it, and it seems like it's the only thing, but it's the biggest thing in my life. It's something I think about constantly.
Yeah,
Is what I've calculated? Is my metric correct? Is what I've measured? Is it what it actually is? Because it's very difficult if you are the only person that's aware of what's going on. So that's just something that I struggle with. But besides that, I try not to be bothered that much.
So can I ask you a question? Is your face not insecure because you've had a beard most of your life? Are you
Yeah.
hiding anything?
No. I have. You know what I have?
Yeah.
Range.
Okay, let's say if this, okay, wait. If this podcast gets, let's say, 6,000 likes,
Yeah.
will you shave off your beard?
I did.
I
He-
was going
he
to
has
in the
once.
past. I said if this podcast gets 6,000 likes on YouTube, will you
I
shave
will.
your whole beard?
I will.
Okay, perfect.
Range. Ayo, and
Are
if
you
you're looking,
sure?
I have a picture without a beard. It's on my Instagram. Clady 2.0. Follow me.
Were you looking at the laptop? You didn't go on a webcam.
Good writing teams.
So you're saying right now your biggest insecurity is definitely like
Definitely, it's
not knowing what you're capable of doing.
It's never physical because
It's mental.
these ladies like a thick man.
Lucas, what's one of your current insecurities? What's my current insecurity? I'm trying to think.
I'm not gonna lie. My current insecurity is
I
the
know.
only thing that has been pushing me to where I am
Yeah,
now.
that's
That is
also,
my
wait, before you move.
insecurity.
That's also a great thing. Insecurities are not completely negative.
Yeah.
I think it can propel you to you overcoming whatever you think is holding you back. It's always beneficial.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, it's detrimental. Like I'm gonna say this from my perspective. And what has happened is that I always feel like what I do is never enough.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's because I've never had a sense of accomplishment. Like
Yeah.
I've never had a moment to celebrate any of my achievements.
We've spoken about this before, you and I.
Yeah, I've never had a moment to celebrate any of my achievements. Whether Joe, I've graduated.
Ah, you didn't go.
I've never worn a gown. I've never celebrated. Joe, my degree is in an envelope chilling somewhere.
Somewhere. And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Lucas is like he's just ticking boxes and then he keeps moving.
I just keep moving, and I always feel like I'm not doing enough. I never feel like I've achieved enough or I know enough.
I feel like
I
that-
have
I feel like
imposter
that-
syndrome on 110.
I
Is that
see,
one of
I
your
see
things?
that. I see, but you see, your imposter syndrome is actually so powerful, and it's powerful, but also detrimental towards you, like because like it keeps you going. Like you're doing your masters now.
Yeah.
You're in like
Hey,
your
shut
second,
up.
second, third year working now. Like everything you do it to your fullest because the previous thing wasn't enough. So it's bad for your mental health because you're gonna feel like you're nothing. But it's like the trajectory of your career is gonna be like fucking insane because you're gonna be so huge to the point where you have all these achievements and you're just massive. But now the scary thing is that you get to the point where you're filthy rich, you're good, all these things, but then now you don't even have to celebrate. So
I'm
now
not
how do
fulfilled.
so how do you celebrate your children? Now when your children do shit for you, it's like, bro, that was a box I ticked. Now you don't know how to celebrate them. Now
Yeah.
you're creating problems within your children.
That's the thing. And I see that also with like my younger siblings.
Yeah.
Like I'm always pushing them to do more. Like I'm always like, hey yo, this is just the beginning. Like this is just a small milestone within the great scheme of things.
Yeah.
Like you need to keep pushing. The world is not kind.
Can I tell you something there? My biggest wish in life, like I always get so sad when I see, it's so weird. Like when I see my peers in the
Yeah.
space celebrate milestones I didn't celebrate, I'm like, damn. Like I'm seeing, like, and I can use Dennis for example. Like when Dennis does crazy things,
Yeah.
bro, his parents will take him out, or he'll take his parents, and they'll have like a dinner, or his friends will come together. There's some sort of celebration for all these steps, and it's like, if you don't celebrate your steps, like.
You don't realize
What's
what
the
you did.
point? What's the point of living, bro?
Yeah.
because it's like
You
now
don't
you're
realize.
just doing to keep moving, and now it's like you don't even celebrate. So you keep pushing the point of celebration.
Yeah.
Now you're just holding celebration in front of your face, and you just keep running. Now you're running.
Yeah.
Now you run. Now you get tired. Now you take a break. Now you stop. Now you get back and you run again.
And that's not healthy. Like you what I know consciously is that every moment, like every milestone needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be celebrated.
Yeah.
You need to pat yourself on the back and say, hey, you've done a good job. Because I think if there's, like, despite the fact that I keep pushing myself so much,
Yeah.
I always want to be better than who I was, like, prior to that.
Can I
Because
ask you, before you move on, I just want to ask you something. Why do you feel the need to do that?
honestly, it's because of where I come from and the environment in and around me. Like I grew up like where I was born as a farm.
Ghana.
Like at Hamahai. Like when I was a little kid. From like the age of like when I was born to like maybe 7, 8. Actually even further than that, until like maybe grade 3.
Yeah.
And everything in and around me, I never knew the city until like I was older. I taught myself half of the things I knew because I always had a curious nature. I always wanted to find out how things happen, how things were done. But I always wanted to push myself beyond everything in and around me because I never felt like that was enough. So whether it was people I grew up around, whether it was people that were raising me, or whether it was people that were in my space, I always wanted to know what they know and then more. For some odd reason, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I never felt like I knew enough, or I never felt like I was enough.
Yeah.
I always wanted to attain more.
So your insecurities, are they a motivator or are they something that holds you back?
Bit of both.
I think Luca's situation is now his insecurities or whatever he's explaining is making him such a powerful person. But at the same time, it's just gonna mess up his entire mental health, and it's gonna mess up a point in his life when he's much older.
What messes up?
And I'm
the
afraid
mental
of
health?
that.
Yeah. Huh?
Is it
Hold the mic properly, dog.
what messes up the mental health? Is it not realizing?
In his instance, it's a thing of literally celebration.
It's dissatisfaction.
Yeah. Also, like you need to practice acknowledging. We all do.
You-
Practicing acknowledging our achievements.
What's crazy is that like the friends I keep around me, to be honest, right? I always envision that the people that I keep around me are the people that are going to make up for the things that I lack. I know
we're all the same brudo.
No, we're not. Because one thing I know about you, you love celebrating.
Yeah.
Every weekend,
Thato was celebrating. I remember when I graduated.
That's the big one.
When I graduated, no, nobody else made sure I celebrated that graduation like Thato did.
What happened that day?
Joe, it was just after lockdown, because it was just before lockdown. I think it was just period, because 2019.
No, it was before lockdown.
Just when 2020 kicked in and we were about to get to Joe, we went out. Do you remember? It started with my birthday the year before. Went out. Thato mentioned
Where did we go? Eastwood.
No, was it coffee? It was coffee at the time. Remember we went to coffee?
Yeah, your favorite place in the world.
Don't say that.
Oh yeah.
And Joe, Thato made sure that we were having a party. At some point, I was like, Joe, how long are we going to celebrate this graduation? Because quite frankly, as far as I'm concerned, this thing been done. Eh? So I feel like I keep a circle around me that helps me make up for balance. Like Matladi, for example, another thing is I'm very direct, cut forward, straight, and I don't have time to nurse
Wishy-washy.
bad feelings or nurse oh my god I'm in such a bad state because things are not working out. I'm not. Yo, let's get a solution, let's get things fixed.
Yeah.
Matladi is more of a dog, it's okay, relax, deal with it. So I need
If you guys don't get the lady has a tattoo that says and
that's his motto.
it literally means we will see in the
when
front.
we get there, we'll cross that bridge when we get to
Exactly
it.
that.
Yeah, we'll
One
cross the bridge when we get
that.
there.
Yeah.
So every time we say Tladi get naked or we say that saying, we're referencing his tattoo.
Matladi, make it clap.
You've said that before.
Yeah, because he's fake. He walked into that one. Okay, Matladi, what are your insecurities now?
I've mentioned my dog. It's
Mike.
It's never Mike.
Dog,
My
we're gonna fire you.
I'm this close.
I'm gonna take you to the CCMA.
He didn't sign a contract, this guy.
No, what's that?
Where's our contract? Where's our contract?
So your current insecurity?
No, but it's a question I struggle with. The one thing that I can't come up with is the fact that the capabilities chat that we spoke about. Nothing more, because I think I have bigger problems. I think people should be careful, and I don't want to give out advice.
Yeah.
At how much value they put on insecurities. It's a figment of your imagination. Literally, your insecurity is what you are imagining that people are saying about you. So I try to avoid as much as I can. There's bigger problems in the world. Hey?
Facts.
People are dying of world hunger. Can't think
That's
about
true.
me and my world.
Facts. I remember. I think we said it in our podcast or in a YouTube video.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever your insecurity is, write it down.
Yeah.
Then go to your closest friends and then ask them to speak about one thing that's negative about you or like something that they don't really fucks about your close friends. We'll be honest. And then if they don't even mention a piece of paper that you wrote down first, it shouldn't even be an insecurity.
Clearly.
It's a mind game.
Clearly, it's only in your mind.
But the problem with that thing is that like, what happens if they give you new insecurities? Like, they go, yo, my nigga, you actually have a big ass nose. Like, look here, like,
Or maybe, you know which one will probably hurt? Like, I would think personally, but I don't plan come off.
yo. That
But
means you
hold on.
always
That means
smell
for the
like
last
armpits.
for the last
5 years,
5
6
years of me knowing you,
Do you smell like sweat?
I smell like sweat, and you didn't say a word to me until
Nothing.
I asked you.
I think now the bigger problem is that friend that you thought you had. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's not your
that's
friend.
not your friend.
Your
I would have
friend
told
must
you.
tell
I would have told you on entrance. I would be like, my
boy.
Hey, my boy.
Yeah,
Meet your boys.
if I- Bro, I've got friends and family that like, if I see that they smell, I literally will go buy them a new roll-on. I'm like, yo, you should try this one. No, I'll be like, yo, bro, you should try this roll-on. I'm fire.
You never want to be insensitive.
Hold the mic properly, dog.
You never want to be. Can I get a stand next time?
I feel like you should listen to yourself. Like, you know, when you speak, like you can hear your own voice.
Yeah, compare
so,
our volume to your volume.
so we have these headsets.
Tell me when you're done.
We're done.
Yeah.
Okay, sharp. What was I saying?
Speak that English.
It's co-op.
It's cool again.
But I think there's a way to deal with a friend.
Yeah.
If you have someone's best interest at heart, you can put it across.
And you know your friends.
Okay, wait. So my question is like, if your friend smells like sweat, and it's
Yeah.
like, this is a stupid question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's say you're at the club.
And your friend smells
Lucas smells bad.
Yeah.
Do you tell him?
That's a
during
rare-
or at
I
the
asked
end?
him. No. I asked him, were you jogging today?
Oh.
He should get it.
Now,
I'll only
you
present
would,
the
you would never tiptoe around me. Neither would you ever tiptoe.
I'd present the problem if I had
I'd
a
actually
solution.
laugh about it.
Huh?
I'd present the problem if I had a solution. So I know there's a garage nearby. We go to the garage, buy roll on.
But that's
Yeah.
not a solution.
That is a solution.
Sometimes, man, I get it.
that man.
No, man, I get it. It's
In the
rare
moment,
that
me,
he smell. It's rare that he smells. So it's like in
Oh.
the instance.
Oh yeah.
No, but then like yeah, those ones like I think you know your friends. Like you know whether your friends are like a bit sensitive or not. And certain things they are sensitive about because of conversations you've had in the past. Like I can tell I can tell things that would make you very
I have a
uncomfortable.
question.
What?
What do you think I'm insecure about?
What do I think you're insecure about?
That's how we should have started this thing.
That's a great Naomi.
If you guys don't know, Naomi's my new manager. So Lucas and Matari have been bullying her for the past
we blame
2
Naomi
hours.
for everything. We don't have a sponsor. Naomi. We're
She's
drinking out of red
working
cow.
on this. She's working on it.
Oh, that's a great.
I think your greatest insecurity is your intellect. How smart people perceive you to be, how smart you think you are. I could be wrong. That's my perception.
No, that is your perception.
And then your insecurity. It's
I can tell you, my lady. I think what
What do you think?
I think you're insecure.
Wait, no, let me go.
I think
Let
your
me
biggest
finish, let me
insecurity
finish,
is your
let me finish,
looks.
Let me finish. Oh my gosh.
No.
Okay, I don't know.
I would like to hear that.
It's scary because I'd want to think that's your intellect, but you also say that you think you're the smartest person in the world.
Okay.
So yeah, so I think I said the same thing about both of you, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Very similar.
Your intellect.
Very
basically.
similar. Yeah.
To that.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? Is it insecurity?
No, I don't think it is, but it's one of those things that you don't really know what you are capable of. So you hope, you think you can. And I think you just need to live through that. That's it.
Wait, are you insecure about your intellect or not, though?
No.
Okay, Lucas, are you insecure about your intellect or not?
I am.
Okay, cool.
Like
What's
your
a sign-
level of intellect or what?
Yeah, sometimes I don't feel like I keep
So-
saying I have an imposter syndrome. Sometimes I don't feel
one day you wake up, you realize that you're kind of stupid.
that I
Will
can't
break-
act stupid.
No, you kind of stupid.
Yeah.
You're a little bit stupid. Will that break you?
Well, that break. You know what's crazy, right? In as much as it's an insecurity, right?
You know
I am
yourself.
so confident.
Yeah,
in
I
my
get
thing.
that.
Then
I
it's
get
not
you.
an insecurity.
But you know what it is, right? I think the
Oh,
insecurity
that's what
comes in depending on where I am. It's a spatial thing. If I, like, for example, when I say an imposter syndrome, there's certain spaces where I don't feel like I'm enough.
That's fair. But that's
Also, bro, you know, like, this sounds crazy, but we grew up around. So we went to an engineering school, the best engineering school in fucking Africa.
you guys did.
You also were there for a year.
For two.
Or two, yeah. Like, we went to the best engineering school in Africa. We were surrounded by geniuses.
But-
so it's like you'd be doing amazing to the world or to Africa, but in your space, you dumb as shit.
That's my thing. That's
how we grew up.
exactly
That's
what
how we were nurtured.
Like, I think when I say I'm insecure, right, I'm not comparing myself generally. I'm comparing myself with people in
Your
my
peers.
space, my peers. Every time I feel like I'm in the same space as them, a part of me feels like I might not have acquired enough.
You might have
Also, sorry, I
might have
I
shortcomings.
think Tux is the best engineering school in Africa. I know
matter.
it is, no?
Yeah, it's
It
one
is.
of it's one of the best.
Definitely top 5, top 3.
Top 3.
Top 3, definitely.
Yeah, but that's crazy. And now, but it is a podcast, so we can speak about anything.
Oh, you can talk about it, what's on your
Watching a movie the other day, I just forgot what it was called, and we had a discussion about how if you go against the beaten track, the road less traveled.
mind. Ooh,
I practice.
I heard that.
You said beaten track.
Yeah.
You said beaten. You practice beaten track?
No, I
No,
said
no,
if
the-
you go
the
against
road
the
less
beaten
traveled.
track,
It's a
and then
poem.
I helped the other homies. I said less traveled.
Somebody,
what
somebody in
poem is it?
matric is
Yeah?
probably listening
What
to this
poem
like,
is it?
ooh,
No,
the
no,
road
no,
less
no,
Two
traveled.
roads. It's the one that says 2 roads diverged. What? One
Yeah.
road diverged into 2.
The yellow,
No,
the yellow, the yellow,
wood, what
the yellow
word?
brick
Or
road.
whatever. That's besides the point.
Yeah.
What was I saying,
Sorry.
Thato? That's your fault. No,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, you're talking
You
about
said
the
you
movie.
watched the movie.
The movie. I forgot what it's called. Nah?
Yeah.
It's very tricky because you're only as good as what you did last.
Yep.
So, practical example. You do engineering. You guys.
Yeah.
You do first year to third and a
Final
half.
year. Oh.
You do third and a half. Nah? The level between third and a half and the final year
Yeah.
is 6 months. But the accomplishment is much more different. So I think a lot of the times I put my accomplishment based on a specific point. So it'd be, I'm only good because I got a degree.
Yeah.
But that's more than that. It's, you did your first year, you did your second year, you did your third year.
That's
You
the,
overlook the
that's, the
resilience.
biggest, that's the biggest problem with our education system.
Yeah.
It's like you start a degree. If you have 2 modules left and you don't do it,
It's not your highest
it's as if
qualification is metric.
So now, and the thing is that the way life is, we're so used to like short term or quick happiness.
Yes.
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification. So like you post an IG picture, you get likes, or you get a compliment, you get happy. With school, there's no instant gratification.
Zero.
You only get happy when you get a degree.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Even when you do get a degree, happiness is not guaranteed.
Yeah,
It's not.
but also as I was
So
saying,
I cut you actually.
yeah, it's more than that. So the school is the one practical example, but I think I'm avoiding saying people.
Yeah.
I think people forget to look at what they've already achieved before that specific milestone. It's, you did enough to get close to this point.
First of all, you got into the school.
Yes.
After that,
But isn't that?
What do you think?
I get that. I feel like in each step when you do that you should celebrate it. But I feel like once you celebrate it, it's irrelevant.
It's not necessarily a celebration.
Because now you're in your
it's just
third
patting
year.
yourself on the back.
But listen to this. You're in your third year
Yeah.
of your degree, and you're failing or you're doing bad.
Yeah.
You're gonna go hold on to your matric success. It's time to move forward. Life keeps going.
I get that.
This is what I'm trying to say. Your effort that you've put in till a specific point should matter.
Sure.
So I think we need to be in not a society, but we need to be in an environment where if those things are celebrated, you should have less insecurities because you are at every single stage, you know that I was capable of doing this. It's a little bit easier to move on to the second step because you know what I've achieved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we go in the mentality that someone is only something after they've completed the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily the case.
Also, you're saying if you could complete, so if you could give something similar to instant gratification,
Yes.
like short-term success,
Yeah.
it'll
Short-
be easier to do the whole race.
Yeah.
And I think,
yeah.
carry on, Polo Boys.
No. Look us over. I'm listening.
Yeah, but it's just the thought I've had. Because
That's okay. I hear that.
I think we need to develop a culture where, and I think it's healthier for everyone.
Yeah.
We develop a culture where we realize where you are dynamically. Not after the fact. Not, okay, I did
Not
this.
in hindsight.
And then, oh, congratulations.
Imagine if the education system was set up in a way that it's a 4-year degree, it's a 3-year degree. After each year, you are capable of getting some sort of degree and working in some sort of industry.
Yeah.
So it's like it's after each year you can work. So you do
Yeah.
year 1, okay, cool, you don't finish, but then year 1 comes with a certificate. Now you can go work at this level of work.
But-
year 2, this level of work.
Yeah.
Because now it's like it's the honors, masters, doctorate, but then that's too long term.
I think that's a thing of academic institutions in the sense of like universities.
It's a system.
Because I know with this is my perception. I think with what they call these things,
colleges,
TVET colleges, right? You get every step is an
It's an
accomplishment.
NQF.
It's
So
an
you
NQF.
start
Like
at
you
one.
attain something.
Yeah.
You move, you attain another thing, and you can once you're doing your practicals, you can go work to show that I've gotten to this point and I'm capable of working and doing all these things.
Yeah.
As compared to with varsity, if you don't complete 3 years, you
did nothing.
Joe,
back to
you don't.
matric.
It doesn't amount to anything.
Back to
Yeah.
matric.
You just as good as a person with matric.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
Which is
at least what I'm trying to say. We need to change our mindset. You need to realize that, if I've did something, and I've achieved it.
If I've did something,
It's cool.
if I've done something,
Okay, we're not gonna do this to you. No, but
No,
for
you wanna
real,
bring back insecurities.
but now I'm all over the place. Insecurities are what you make it.
Yeah, I get that.
I've realized that it's not a measure of my intellect. I just so happen to I don't know English.
Yeah.
I know a little bit of it. So
not your
now
mother
the moment you attach value to it, if somebody says ha ha ha, you said she instead of he, it breaks you. You're going backwards.
Yeah.
It's a little bit backwards.
so basically you're saying don't let your insecurities define you.
They can't.
They can't.
It's all in your imagination. There's more to life.
And one thing, people don't care about things as much as you think they do. They care about
Exactly.
themselves more in
Yeah.
as much as you think about
yeah.
yourself. Nobody's sitting or, hey, mara matladi ke barrio. Nobody got time for that.
You said did.
He said, "Did."
Instead
Now
of done.
I'm going to think about it the whole day. Like I don't have my own problems.
Yeah.
Hey, there's bigger issues.
These
eh?
bigger issues.
And you know what I've seen? Like if you own your insecurities,
Doesn't matter.
people don't care anymore.
These
bro.
are-
People do not care anymore.
So they never
If they're
cared
like,
to begin
oh,
with.
okay, like Thato,
And then what?
then you move on.
Then what?
But
Then
now,
what?
if they see you hiding, if they see that moment of weakness of you trying to hide your insecurity,
Yeah.
they then thrive on it.
The worst thing, it kills your capabilities.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You
You're so
underestimate
focused
yourself. It's one of the biggest crimes we commit. And it's another issue, it's a separate issue, it's bullying, it's this and this and this and that.
Yeah.
But only you, I think, whether you believe in God or whatever, you are given the ability to understand what you can do.
Yeah.
As soon as you master that, that's why the first question I ask, what's insecurities to you? Because there's really no real definition for it. Doesn't matter what it is. I think what you think you can do, you can do.
Yeah.
The struggle now is believing it. Whether someone thinks you fat or not really doesn't matter unless if you're obese. If you're obese, don't die. Can I make those
No, I get it. I get it. It's a health.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
That is-
but like live your life to the best of your
That is a health concern.
One of my insecurities right now, one of my biggest insecurities right now, it's actually so scary. But I think it's a thing of like, I'm going through a journey of healing to like, who am I going to marry? And like, do I want to get married?
I think I've concluded that I don't.
It's great that you asked that. The question of can you marry or not, who is it to answer? Is it yours or someone else?
Yeah.
So if it's the moment it becomes someone else, it's not an insecurity. Just worry. It's can I be good enough for this person? Can I be good
It's
enough?
not
for
about being good enough for some person. It's like, will I find someone who I can make a long-term commitment with?
Let me ask. What if you don't? Do you care? Does it bother you?
Will I change your trajectory?
Does it bother you?
But you know how society is like. That's like,
That's where you
bother
go.
you.
if I don't
It's
get married.
you,
Yeah.
not society. Don't care
Yeah,
about
obviously,
society.
I mean,
imagine.
if I'm worried about who am I gonna marry, that means that I'm actually am worried about.
But I'm worried
does it
about
bother
it for
you?
you,
Like-
or for other people in and around you that who you think are going to judge you.
This
For.
thing life is lit.
Oh no, it's
You think people are going to judge you?
no, I don't care people. It's about me.
Oh, you?
Okay.
Would you? Why? Is
Why?
it because you want companionship or you want?
I really value. I'm a companionship.
That's
person.
fair.
Lucas, give me something. I'm a companion.
He's a companion.
I'm a companion. I genuinely, really enjoy living life to the fullest with someone that I care.
Do you know
dearly
why
for.
is that? Do you have an answer? Do you have a reason why, or is it just something that you?
I don't know.
is that
Now you're
different?
making us go into a new topic.
No, I'm
Do
just
you- do you
asking.
have-
Yeah, no, it's obviously it's an upbringing thing.
It's an upbringing.
It's an upbringing thing, yeah.
Let me
It's
tell
like
you
a
though.
partner gives me things that I didn't receive growing up, and that's so dope.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's-
for example, like things like well done, congratulations. I never got that growing up.
Oh, yeah.
My thing was, why didn't you get this? Why couldn't you do that?
Validation is nice.
Validation.
Validation
let
is
me
nice.
tell you something. Let me let you in a little secret. Validation from yourself when you mean it. That's the greatest thing.
Yeah,
You actually
That is
don't
true.
need someone else's validation.
yeah.
You rock with yourself. So the marriage thing to me it does make sense. I see why someone would do it. But
She got on getting married.
Let me tell you. Let me tell
Oh
you.
my gosh.
Let me
Whose kids
tell
am I
you.
gonna spoil,
Today,
dog?
Today, you're swinging.
Shining. No, guys, on the
Doing a
real.
lot.
So you guys aren't getting married.
it's not.
No,
it's
no,
not,
I'm
it's not
not-
a priority for me.
Like for me, I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's not a priority.
Sure.
I got better things to do for now.
And the thing is that I've seen you guys.
That doesn't believe it.
No, the thing is that I believe it. That's what's scaring me. But it's like, oh wait, like, do you? But like, whose kids are we gonna spoil?
Oh no, kids I'm definitely gonna have.
Oh.
Kids, I'm definitely gonna.
Yo, I'm definitely having those little.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't care about wife. If you have a kids and no wife, perfect. I'll be your wife.
Thato is only saying this because he wants a companion. If I tell you right now, Thato never wants to see his homies
I hate
doing anything else except for chilling with the homies.
Yeah. I don't like these guys. When these guys are in relationships, it's the worst thing in the world. It's horrible.
Thato
It is
never
disgusting.
Lucas is worse.
No.
Lucas is definitely.
Lucas is not
Everybody
worse.
hides behind
Lucas
me.
is worse because
And I'm
away,
small. I don't understand how you guys hide behind me.
You are small.
Lucas is worse in the sense that away he disappears.
Yeah.
You're still there, but you change who you are. You let a woman control you.
I won't even lie. I had to, whoa, wait.
Do you disagree? Wait, before you comment, do you disagree? Do you
I don't.
You don't.
You don't disagree?
No,
Okay, I think
that's a
let's-
fact.
Let's unpack.
Matani is a B word.
Balenciaga.
What a little Balenciaga.
What changes? Defend yourself. 5 months.
Nah, so
5
maybe a
months.
You can even make it 1.
Yo, believe it or not, I've made mistakes in my life.
Believe it or not.
A lot of the things are learning curves, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had my ideas of what a relationship is. We rock together.
Brayaga, skimisaga.
So.
Mfanaga.
So, but that clouded my judgment.
Get that?
I thought that everything that I needed was with one person.
Oh.
What a dumb thing to do.
Yeah.
Very silly.
What a dumb thing to do.
Guys, watch me. Watch me. When I draw that, do I change it all?
Emara Thato is a rock star. Let me
Yeah,
tell
that's
you.
the thing.
This guy's a rock. Like a part of me cannot rock like
in the
this.
context that I enjoy life to its fullest. I like
yes.
lunches. I like enjoying people's
didn't say-
time. I like cooking with people consistently. I enjoy life. Not that I go to
I
the
said
club
you're a
every
rock
time.
star, not a bad, not a bad boy.
But that's how he took it.
But I'm saying like I'm not that I go to the club every week. No, like I enjoy life to its fullest.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, we can't compete with this guy. He's a rock star. Nah, I'm a homebody. I won't even lie. I like being home. I like chilling with the bras. Like if I'm chilling with my friends, right? I chill with the homies. We play FIFA, watch movies and documentaries about like I don't know, general butt naked or whatever the
Hey,
hell is
don't
going
say
on.
that.
Why? Go watch it. It's a terrible idea.
Don't watch it.
I didn't watch it. They warned me. Don't watch it. But anyway, I like doing that. Like that's for me.
Yeah.
Thato, like we are all different. I keep saying, and it's a balance. I love it. Thato wants to go rock. Like now, I have to introduce these niggas to having lunch.
Oh, that's what.
Shit, I want to.
Let me tell. Before you continue,
Wait, isn't that the next topic?
Thato. Thato's the first person to bring up ideas
Yeah.
to rock.
Rock.
I am one of those guys. I study what's in the group. I never reply.
Yeah. He never
So
replies.
you suggest that thing. I'm waiting for my homeboy to reply.
He hasn't replied. That was like lunch. You man.
You guys are not talking about going out at night.
No, I didn't see you guys speak about.
No, I know,
lunch.
because you were busy.
No.
We just
No, dead ass.
we trolling.
If
But
you
we
guys
having-
said lunch,
we
I
have-
was gonna be like, away.
We're having a lunch this weekend.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you're invited.
You invited if you want.
It was in the
This is
group.
the
If
first
you wanted to
invitation.
be-
Or was the invitation on the group?
There's an invitation on the group.
Oh, okay, no, I've been really busy the past 2 weeks.
Okay. 2 weeks.
Then
That was yesterday.
It was literally, I sent that message yesterday.
Yesterday was worse.
Anyway, that's the topic for the next one.
Sure.
And as far as I'm concerned, I think we've clocked our time on this one.
Okay, director.
Yeah, that's me now. I have to do Naomi's job. I'm gonna be attacking Naomi from now going forward.
Hey, being attacked by a small man doesn't matter. Hey.
I'm just glad he said that properly. That was a lot of English for one big man.
If you guys enjoyed this episode of Malome's Mic, please do the most important thing. Please give us 5 stars if you're on Apple Music. If you're on Spotify, please give us 5 stars. If you're gonna give us 2 stars, give us 5 stars and then tell us why you're gonna give us 2 stars. If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe.
Shout out.
If we can, let's go to Twitter, use the hashtag Malome's Mic. Follow the boys on social media, Thato 2.0, Primetime
Let's
Lucas,
go.
Thato Rampedi on all social media
Kela
platforms.
ratatata.
What about that?
Sat.
Sata.
That means he loves you guys. It's true.